Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the NDT Squared Circle Sessions. I am Aaron. Next to me is my good buddy Justin. We are here to talk all things wrestling, WWE. We are going to break down the Money in the Bank PLE that just happened this past Saturday, and we'll discuss some other stuff that's come about. Justin, I love your Mets hat.
Thanks.
It's very
It's my golf hat. It's very floral.
florally. Is that a word? Florally?
I actually think it's like palm trees.
Is that the spring training hat from Port St. Lucie?
I don't know. There's a flower one too. I want that one too.
They should make that for their City Connect jerseys.
As long as they keep winning, I don't care what they look like.
I'm sure. I know you don't. So what's going on, buddy? You good? Everything good?
Tired
today?
man. Played golf today. Played well today.
Good.
Beautiful day to be out today.
We gotta do a live while we're golfing one day.
It's
Just so people
tough
can
because a
see
lot
how
of the golf courses lose service around here.
That's true. We'll have to find one, but I think that'd be cool. Just to even for a couple of holes, see how bad we are. Watch how bad it is.
The cameras will make it 10 times harder to hit it too, because you'll be thinking about it.
Just pretend like it's not there. You can't do it. It's just like if someone's on the tee box behind you, like waiting to go. It's the pressure is there. It's,
You know they're there. And it's
never be able to play on the PGA Tour. Too many people watching.
too many people gonna get hit
Yeah, no doubt. Ooh,
with fucking piss missiles.
I think my cable's starting to go on my headphones. I gotta get a new one. All right, so before we jump into this PLE stuff, we'll hit this twice. I'm going to do it at the end too, but anybody that's watching, I'm going to start tagging Fanatics. Next weekend, we will be in New York City at Fanatics Fest. Due to some schedule and operational changes that Aaron is undergoing, we are going to have to cut our trip short. So Sunday, I was supposed to have autograph sessions with Damian Priest and Kevin Owens. We will not be attending. So I'm going to make a reel and open up a contest for a giveaway for these two tickets, one to meet Damian Priest and one to meet Kevin Owens. So stay tuned for that. We will discuss that a little later in the show, but I just wanted to put it out there now. So that way it's there, and you can remind me, Justin, if I forget to go over it again. But it stinks. I don't want to miss that opportunity to meet them, but it is what it is. Duty calls. So hopefully we can get these to some people, and they will enjoy it just as much as I would have, and we would have enjoyed seeing them. So that's that. All right. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know, Cody. What do you want to talk about?
We got to get him on here to record that for us. So, what do you want to talk about? That'd be awesome if he would do that, but
Probably cost a fortune.
you could have asked him when you were standing next to him last year.
I couldn't think straight.
I know, it was so funny. So funny. I got to remember to have my phone out at all times. You were like, I'm like, where? Oh, gone. So,
Rhea, I was ready for.
well, yeah, we set up for that one. We saw her coming.
I stood there for 40 fucking minutes because I knew it was
Yeah.
eventually going to happen.
Kudos to my dude Eric, because Eric was the one that said, "Hey, she's coming this way," and we waited with him. So, all right, you want to just start with this Money in the Bank stuff?
Let's go. What'd you think of it?
Well, I was going to ask you. It was all right. I wasn't overly. There wasn't a lot of wow moments. That women's match was amazing.
See, I thought different. I didn't like it.
No,
I thought it was sloppy. I thought the men's match was sloppy too.
well, yeah, the men's match was. I don't know. I don't know if they were rushing.
It was kind
or
of brutal.
what, but
Andrade was that motherfucker got his ass beat.
yeah, he did. He took a beating. So I'm really surprised that that's what they started with was the women.
And I hate to say it, Rhea looked sloppy.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like you could tell, like that was her first ladder match.
That
It didn't look natural. Like there
That
were
was-
some cool things that happened.
Okay, go through them. Tell me what.
The devil's kiss on the ladder was pretty cool.
That was badass.
I'm here for that whenever that happens.
I think anybody is for that. So
We know Booker T is.
yes. I don't know. I like the match. I don't want to say I'm disappointed in the outcome. What's up, Johnny boy? And Johnny, we are your wieners, my friend. We are your wieners. I'm not.
Last week, a bunch of people predicted that.
A lot of people did, and I think it's a good move by them to put her in that position. I just was shocked. You know, I mean, Alexa, Roxy, even Stephanie. I could have seen it going to any one of those four. So, but I mean, they let Naomi get the W. So good for her. I'm interested to see who she builds towards now. I don't know if you're going to go after Tiffy, if you're going to be going after Io. Like, I don't know.
Well, we all think this is going to end up leading to her and Cargo.
With the briefcase?
Not with the briefcase, but eventually for the belt. She's going to get the belt, and that's what it's going to lead to.
Oh, see, I'm not going to like that either.
I mean, then where's the payoff for it then?
I don't know. Did you use a heel Naomi to dethrone Tiffany?
And then
I don't know.
You get Bianca to pick sides. Like,
yeah,
that's
it's
still a thing.
I know. It's just they kind of forgot about it for a little while. It'll be interesting. I know there's a lot of shuffling and moving and shaking backstage with this stuff, but I mean, good match. I thought it was a good match. I was just shocked that that's the direction they went. Like I knew it was going to be one of the four of them. I was really hoping it was going to be Alexa, but you know, at the end of the day, you think about it, she doesn't really need it. She's over enough where she doesn't need the briefcase. This will do wonders for Naomi. If this is, you know, her on the way out. Yeah, absolutely. The heel work she's doing right now is amazing.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, she's dynamite as a heel. So if this is the payoff and this is, you know, maybe she's at the end of it, end of the line or something, I don't know. But I mean, it's a good way to put a new star over too when she eventually drops the belt.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because they did say that
it's not Jade.
I hope not either. They did say though every women's Money in the Bank cash-in has been successful. They haven't lost one yet. So the men have lost quite a few, but the women have not. So we'll see what happens. I don't really want to touch too much on the Dominic Mysterio Octagon Jr. match. I mean, that was just we knew that was gonna
that was thrown in that day. That was just a squash match.
Yeah, we need another match. Holy crap, let's throw this in. But I mean, Dom won. We knew that was gonna happen.
Yep.
Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria, the Intercontinental title match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Probably the best match of the night.
It was good. That was good.
Like they work so well together.
Mm-hmm. Good chemistry. It's like Punk and Rollins. Even though they don't like each other, they work so well. I like the end, how they she turned on Becky. I
just got fed up with it.
Yeah. Yep. Just flipped the script and was done with her. So, you know, that was a pretty much a foregone conclusion.
And it led eventually to what we thought might have happened that night.
What's that?
Took a couple days extra.
Oh, with my girl Bailey. I'm gonna get a shirt that says "We'll get there." We'll get there. All right. Seth Rollins, men's Money in the Bank. Did you have any doubt he was going to win that match?
No.
No? Okay. I wasn't sure. I mean, again, he's another one that doesn't need it.
But with the the gimmick he's running, he kind of does.
It's a power hungry gimmick. It's
And
it's
he's
like
got
they,
control now.
right, but it's like they rolled it back to the old authority storyline again.
I think that's kind of what they're trying to make it.
Yeah, I don't stop rinsing and repeat. They can come up with so many other things for him to do. But okay, so and first off, I thought for sure the way that match was going, that LA Knight was going to win.
At the towards the end there, I was like, maybe they will let LA get over, but didn't surprise me. Seth won.
So
Not at all.
what's the end game with Rollins now?
I thought it would have made more sense for him to cash in that night on fucking Jay.
Yeah.
And even at that, you don't let him win it that night. You waste it. That would have been a perfect time to bring back Roman.
I thought the same thing.
Cash in. You're getting the 1-2, and then Roman pulls him out.
What's up, Robbie? How you feeling, my guy? Let us know. I
thought that was a wasted opportunity, but they know better than us.
Right. So, I don't want to commingle too much stuff right now. I don't understand why they didn't let Seth cash in if that's the end game, because they just gave us Gunther J chapter 8,721. Like,
probably their best match to date.
Yeah, well, you work enough together, you're going to get better at it. So,
you know what I think back to? We're going to go out of left field here, but I think back to that SmackDown we went to. We saw the start of that.
Yeah, the dark match.
The dark match was them.
When Cody came out, yep. And that's when I decided to buy those Air Jordans. Remember that? I said, "Ooh," I was more concerned with what color shoes Cody had on.
But that showed you they were working on that back then.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know. Still healing up. Oh, good, buddy. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Talented Mr. Ripley.
Sir.
Back off my mommy.
Sir. So, I mean, like I said, Seth didn't absolutely need the match, but so I don't know. Do you think it's going to be a cash in on Jay, a failed cash in? Do you think they swerve it and give it to with Cena? Like, what do they do?
You can't cash in on Jay anymore.
I mean, sorry, Gunther.
I don't know. Or does Gunther drop it to Logan? I hope not. Chris brought that up.
I think that's the easiest way to give it to Logan.
But then again, you're going back to who does Seth try to cash in on? Well, I doubt it's Cena.
This is the other thing I was thinking about. So they're already talking that he's coming back next week on Raw. So I don't know. Cash in. I'm so tired of this Goldberg stuff too.
Because they want to give him his last match at one of the pay-per-views coming up, right?
Yeah. SummerSlam, probably. I don't know. Stop bringing these old nostalgia people back, you know?
Putting belts on them.
Yeah, come on.
John Cena.
Listen.
I'm sorry, did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
Oh.
We knew Cena was going to win it. I told you. You said you were going to stop watching, and you said you were going to stop watching, and yet you didn't.
Yeah,
you're still invested. Still invested.
Punk and Rollins are good.
Yeah. Yep.
They eventually have to get together for a belt, right? Those two.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
they don't need it, but oh my God.
Oh boy, here we go. Ron Killings is going to beat Cena for the title according to Booker T. Robbie, how often is Booker T right?
Listen, I would love to see it. Love to see it.
I would love to see him get a shot to get a belt.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, we don't know who that is yet.
Who?
We haven't gotten to that match.
That's true. All right, let's go forward. Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso defeat John Cena and Logan Paul. You could have seen, if you watched it, you saw the chinks in the armor with Cena and Logan fighting over who was going to be like the lead dog there. There was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was going to
That
lead to
disagreed.
them in Saudi.
No, clearly that's
Because
not
that would
happening.
have sold.
Well, all right. So we're here. I'm glad you said that. What say you that Logan doesn't come out and interfere with the Cena Punk match and attempt to screw Cena? Cena still retains. Now they're going to lock horns at SummerSlam.
At SummerSlam.
It's New York.
I don't like that they're giving Punk Cena a 2-week run. Like, that just seems like a waste.
It should have been a bigger build.
Like, a waste. Unless you're going to run it back at SummerSlam.
Triple threat. Put Logan in the mix.
Maybe. And
I'm tired of triple threat matches. I'm going to
Seth
put
gets involved.
I'll put the disclaimer out there. I'm tired of the triple threat matches, but I don't know. There's a lot of what ifs with this stuff anymore.
I mean, Cena's got what, 18 more?
Yeah, something like that.
We're only in June.
It's dwindling down. So, he's going to be on at least one more show before Saudi, then Saudi. So you're less than 2 weeks' time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and his last one they've already said is in December.
When did this Night of Champions also become King and Queen of the Ring?
Chris and I said the same thing. We were sitting on watching it and we're like, he's like, isn't that King and Queen of the Ring? I don't get it. So what's this? I hope Vince buys back to WWE with the Saudis. I'm over this YouTuber push. Robbie, a couple things that you can guarantee. If Vince buys it back, you're going to see Roman more. Lesnar's going to return. I mean, it's just going to happen.
And Austin Theory is going to become relevant.
Yeah, Austin Theory.
Haven't seen that motherfucker on TV now in like a month and a half.
Been a bit. It's been a bit.
Since
right,
Sheamus beat the shit out of Waller.
Yeah, Waller. So the big elephant in the room that we didn't even touch about yet, and Ron Killings, R-Truth. Now, R-Truth returned under the cloak of secrecy, had a hoodie on, the black pants, the whole nine. Spear Cena, the whole shebang. Okay, cool. It's R-Truth. At the presser, I think Triple H dodged this so well because he said
was it vague?
It was very vague, but a reporter asked him, did they bring R-Truth back because of fan backlash, or was this a work? And he's like, are you enjoying the show? It's all part of the show. Didn't answer the question. That was the most political answer he could have given.
Yep, he nailed it.
Truth even said it was not a work. This was not part of the show. So they got what they wanted.
Truth can keep kayfabe pretty well too, though.
He can, but like, why would he see? As funny as that dude is, I guess he had to keep the kayfabe with the fake social media posts too, making his OnlyFans account on Twitter. Like, I mean, I don't I don't know. I think it's bullshit. I think I think he was just released because the boys at TKO said, "Look, we got to cut money, and he's just a comedy act. We're going to dump him." And then they saw the fan backlash for him, and then they brought him
tried
back.
to hide it. They tried to hide it.
And they even said they offered him a reduced contract, and he said no. So, what's Robbie saying? Triple H was supposedly pissed at Khan. You see, buddy, I've seen that too, where they're saying that he may not be in control within the next year. I guess there's a lot of rifts between Triple H and The Rock. I guess the TKO board is pissed at Rock right now. Like, there's too many cooks in that kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
There really is.
They had something cooking, and they're fucking it up.
Yeah, they're not smelling it. It's just a mess right now.
I don't think it was a work. I think it was. I think they did release him in the backlash they got. They realized they had to bring him back.
Mm-hmm. Barry, I'm over this TKO stuff too. As bad as the promotion was when Vince was running it, they should have left well enough alone, let Triple H and Stephanie buy it, and been done.
Mm-hmm.
Finished. Awesome sauce. So, here we go.
Uh-oh. About to get hot in here?
I think so.
He's focused.
I think so. So, this guy right here, your boy. These guys are never on time for anything. Although Barry did ask if we had a show last night.
He comes in here as Mr. Ripley. He's getting muted.
We might temporarily be joined by Barry, a.k.a. the villain from the Executive's View podcast. We'll see. Last time we had the pleasure of Steve Lazar, coach. That was fun. Steve is an absolute pisser. But
we didn't get him going about margaritas, though.
No. We'll get him eventually. So, I guess we can jump into Raw, and when he gets in here, if he gets in here, we can roll it back and get his thoughts on some stuff.
So they started with what, Cena?
Yeah, Cena's entry.
For his appearance. Uh-oh.
I heard a boop. My man!
What's going on?
I have waited decades for the one-on-one between you and your competition.
What's going on, fellas?
Welcome to the show. This is Barry DeVille and Jordan from the Executives View. I'm sure you've all seen him before. Barry, thanks for coming. I know we were going to try to do this last night, but we had some scheduling shit going on, so here we are.
Yeah, we're here. I mean, listen, I was forewarned not to use my maiden name in the show. It's by Justin. I heard that bit, so I'll be respectful. But I can't help it. I can't help it if I'm custom made. I can't help it. You know, but it's good to see you, man. How you doing, Justin? How you doing, brother?
Tired, man. Long day. Whew.
Yeah, same
beautiful
here.
Out. It was beautiful out.
Yeah, it's been nice here too. I can't front, but yeah, it's been a crazy day. But I definitely wanted to get in and talk with you guys. I mean, I'll be keep it respectful. I won't mention my relationship to you in public, like you said. No, but it's good to see you guys. Good to see you, AB. What up, brother?
Yeah. So all right, so we're gonna roll it back a little bit because we just broke down. You saw, but just your thoughts, quick. The women's match. Justin and I have like a split room on it. I kind of thought it was good. He thought it was kind of sloppy. He thought the same thing, but I liked the match. Rhea looked a little out of it. First ladder match, the whole 9. What do you think?
I thought Rhea was a little out of her element, but I thought she pulled it together. Stephanie Vaquera's here. She's amazing. I think Julia and Roxanne are the future. Clearly, they came off really well. I mean, you know, the devil's kiss off the. I told you the devil's kiss off the ladder fed families. in a lot of different ways. My eyes are still shaking. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. But I mean, there was a lot of good spots, a lot of good drama. I think we called it. We did the Money in the Bank show before that. We wanted Naomi to win. I think you called it too, right? That Naomi was going to get the dub, and I couldn't be more happy for her. She's really embraced this heel persona and taken it to the next level. I think I sent you, AB Justin. You got to join our chat. But I sent you her Instagram of opening the Money in the Bank, and she had all this stuff in there, like a stun gun and everything. It was amazing. So she's just leaning in hard, and I'm here for it. But I thought the match was pretty good. I think, we were all talking that it shouldn't have led the match. It shouldn't have led the show. But I'm like, you know what? Butts and seats, man. You snooze, you lose. And I thought it was a really good way to open the show. I didn't see any other match that should open the show.
No, I thought they maybe should have gone. See, I was hoping that they were honestly going to go at the end. I was hoping they're going to do the men, Cena, Logan, Jay, that match, and then do the women at the end. But
yeah,
they shuffled it. I'm not a writer, obviously, for reasons why I'm still here on this podcast. So, but
anything with Cena's name on it right now is going to main event, whatever it's at.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think they almost had to put that at the end with the way Truth was coming out too, which I thought was awesome. No one saw that coming.
No one saw that coming. And I saw you guys talking about that too. And I just wanted to double click on that. It's 1000% not a work. I can tell you that people that I talked to, it was a lot of people getting released, a lot of rumors of other people possibly getting released. But I think the backlash of the fans, I think they were loud. I thought they could have been a lot louder, AB and Justin. I thought they were loud enough during the shows. I think the talent that's the one that really pushed it over the edge. And you're hearing all the stories that the way he was let go, a lower level person called him, and it was kind of disrespectful how it was done. But, Nick Khan finally had to call him because he wasn't answering the phone. Ron Killings wasn't answering the phone, and just everything that was going around that. So they got a deal done, and it's good for business at the end of the day, making, I think, lemonade out of lemons, right? I think that's usually how it goes
too.
Yo, I agree with you, Justin. I think
let him cook. This might have been the best thing that happened to him.
You're absolutely right, because I think our Truth character is great. We love it, but like it's silly. It's a satire, and it comes off a little lacoonish, a little bit. I hate to use that word, but I got to keep it a buck. And it's like, now you can go so many different directions. It's a character refresh that you don't normally get with a lot of people, and now you got that in real time. And I think, listen, I said it in the chat. We've talked about it. TKO is slowly trying to kill WWE to make a profit. And if they even think about coming after Roman Reigns, he'll tell you, see you later, I'll go make a movie. He don't need them. So I think this was a lightning in the bottle that they took advantage of. Triple H knows how to work the business, and they got lucky with this, but R-Truth is going to eat off of this. I think he's going to be able to ride this momentum any way he wants to go.
So
I almost think it could be like a TNA run, because he ran this Ron Killings persona in TNA. This
the belt.
Respect on my name isn't new.
Yeah, and he had the belt, right, Justin? So
yep.
It was a great run from there, and I could see this going there. I would love to see him go into I agree with you. Like the CM Punk thing is kind of it's too rushed, but I could definitely see him really legitimately going after John Cena and putting butts in seats, because I think people will want to see that. So Ron Killing has a great opportunity, and I think he's going to take advantage of it.
Absolutely. And he's too good on the mic. He won't drop this.
No. When he cut his hair, Justin, I was like, whoa. I was like, okay. Because I know my beautiful wife has locks in her hair, and she grew it out, and then she cut it, and it takes a while to grow it back. So when you cut that and you lean in, all right, it's time to make some
money. And I'll tell you what, that promo started off with John Cena's. The way John Cena leaned into R-Truth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but you knew where he was going because I think the rumors were coming out that he was coming back as Ron Killings. So you knew kind of where he was going, but he took it a step further by cutting his hair. And, and I love the fact that he came through the crowd and, was standing on the announce table. I honestly wish it was kind of like that old school WCW when, Razor Ramon came back in WCW as Razor Ramon, but he was still Scott Hall, right? But you knew who he was. He's like, you know who I am. You know where I come from, right? You remember that first promo when he came in? Like, I wish there was a little bit of kayfabe, shout out to Coach, that was in that element. But everybody knew at that point that, it's
because
not
the merch had already leaked.
Right, a little bit. But, like, I didn't expect to see him at Money in the Bank, and it made a really, not average, but a pretty decent pay-per-view elevated. And I left the show feeling like, oh, this was a really good PLE. Like, wow, we got something. Wasn't as good as the YouTube one, Worlds Collide, but it was still pretty darn good.
So I want to spin back because I'm going to talk about this work again.
Yeah,
So
sure.
the only thing that makes me think that this was not a work, and I didn't get a chance to bring this up before, at the presser for Saturday Night Main Event, Triple H called R-Truth, how about Ron Killings? So he dropped a little tidbit there. So that's the only thing that I can say that maybe he was teasing us with something, and maybe this isn't a work, but that's the only thing I got to hang my hat on with that. Is just that little bit in the press conference when they were talking about the Cena Truth match. He referred to him as Ron Killings, and he referred to him as R-Truth. So that's the only thing that I can say maybe he's not bullshitting. So my next question to both of you guys is, do you think that TKO is going to continue to own this, or are they going to try to sell it to the Saudi group and somebody else or anybody else to kind of flip it and make a profit on it once they realize, like, hey, I don't want to spend this kind of money on stuff. We know those Saudi guys will pay money for anybody. They'll pay whatever they got to pay. Do you think that's a possibility that the TKO sells it this quick?
What do you think, Justin? Like,
I kind of hope they would, but I don't know who I'd want to see with it.
Who? I mean, they got money for days out there. They got a lot of money, but I just think like TKO and Endeavor as a whole is dollars and cents, and they're not looking between the lines. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we kind of talked about it last week where WWE always did right by talent, no matter whatever you said about them. Like, I when I was there, and I mentioned this on our previous show together, Aaron, like, rest his soul, Howard Finkel was on the payroll but didn't do anything. Like, he did work, but he was just in the office working and but not really working. Like, he was there, but the guys took care of him. Like, there was guys that were getting contracts and getting salaries that were being taken care of. Dusty Rhodes was a guy that was down and out, and Vince was like, you need a job, come work for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's TKO's not going to think like that. They're just looking at, is your line item, this is how much you cost, this is how much revenue you bring in based off of ticket sales or based off of t-shirt sales, merch, all that good stuff. If you're in the red, why am I paying you? You know what I mean? So that's the name of the game right now. And I just don't feel like, I feel like TKO needs to take a step back from itself and understand that you're taking over a business that's booming. And let's be totally honest with ourselves too. 2024 was way better than 2025 so far. The money might be better, but I think the interest, the stories, all that stuff was better last year than it has been so far this year. And you can hang your hat on a lot of different reasons, but I will always point to TKO. They might be the problem, not the solution. So I don't know.
But there is a solution, and it's got nothing to do with WWE.
Yeah.
Tony Khan needs to fucking bite the bullet and hire somebody who knows the fucking business, to write stories and run that company. They have the talent to give WWE a run.
Yeah.
If they had people backstage that could control it and write it.
Yes, I think there's an organizational problem in AEW. I think, I think you were telling me last night you got to watch this match, and I started watching Ospreay, and I was like, it's not a bad match, but like the whole setup, the production of AEW is a mess. It's a train wreck, and it's unwatchable at sometimes. Like I like Toni Storm, but like, do I really like her that much? Like, I think sometimes she goes a little bit over the edge, and with her tongue in cheek, and it's like at the end of the day, they let her because they need her to. And like, honestly, would I let my 8-year-old daughter watch her? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, mommy's pretty out there, but she's a lot tamer than that. So, well, not a house show mommy. house show mommy's a different beast, right? So, but yeah. So I think there's a lot of issues with AEW, and I agree with you. They need to hire one smart person that can just reel it all in and say, this is how you run a promotion. This isn't how you run a business. This is how you run a promotion. You know what I mean?
It's gonna sound fucked up, but there's one person out there who's already done it and could probably do it again. Eric Bischoff.
Did he though?
Well, I think Vince's main concern when Bischoff was running WCW was to shit all over him and just bury him, which he did. So,
but I wish he lucked into NWO, and then you know what I mean. He ran that,
and he let the circus run the.
That's
the clowns run the circus. So
you can't do that. He got hype. He
but
bought into
AEW was already that,
right? But
it
he bought into his
EVPs that they have run it.
Yeah.
I wish they'd let Paul Heyman just do it.
You think he would leave and do it?
No, I think Heyman should run WWE.
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, Hunter's not. Triple H isn't doing a bad job. I think he's handcuffed, and I think
that's it.
You know what's going on, guys. What's the power struggle? Triple H,
The Rock,
and The Rock. That's the power struggle that's going on, and there's nothing he can do. You know what I mean? Like, how dare you make him go in front of the cameras and be the talking mouthpiece about taking the pay-per-view away or taking WrestleMania away from New Orleans? But we'll give you, like, he didn't want to do that.
When you had The Rock introduce it.
Yeah, you introduce it. You bring your ass out here and talk to the people and tell them why you're taking it away. So you're gonna make me do it? Like, that's a problem, man. That sucks.
Well, I think so. I'm gonna kind of swing something else into this. So I was reading today. I think this is a thing where these companies don't realize what WWE actually is and what the fan base is like, because there's already talks about Netflix trying to back out of their deal with the WWE because they don't think that Monday Night Raw, a weekly televised program, should be on their schedule every Monday night. So I don't think they realize what they got themselves into, and I don't think Endeavor realized what they got themselves into until they actually sat and looked at how this thing runs. They're trying to cut, do this, do that, and I think they're all in over their heads. So
I hope they stick through it, AB, because I think Netflix doing live TV is something new for them, and I think even though it's not as good as it used to be, it's still appointment TV where Monday night you have a guaranteed couple million people and all over the world that are going to tune in and turn Netflix on.
They're still saying that their viewership numbers are down though since the initial turnover.
But do you think that's because that WWE is so diluted right now?
I don't know if it's that or if it's people being able to tune in. Oh shit, I missed it, but I'll watch on Wednesday.
I do that too.
Doesn't that
my
still
daughter
count as a view though?
Right, but once you get past a certain point, oh shit, you know what? I missed it. I'll just read what happened.
Well, I don't just read what happens. I try to stay away from it, and then I'll watch it the next day because
Right.
I get a little tired and I don't stay up the whole time. But my
Yeah, but
daughter
you don't
watches
have
it. She watches it on Tuesday and then on Wednesday, and she misses it.
the
Well, she
fan
does.
base like we are. That's what we do. But there's other people that are the casual viewer. And I'm going out to dinner tonight. I'm like, I'll watch it 3 days from now. They forget. They just read what
Mhm.
happened. So I don't know. I don't know if it's what they're. I just know what the end game is. But I just
But
the point I'm
that's
trying to
why
make is
that's why Gunther wins the belt on Raw because there's no reason to tune in if not a lot's happening. You come out
Mhm.
with a bang the first show. You had tribal combat. You had you had some
treated it
big
like
matches.
a PLE.
Yeah, you treated it like that first night in LA like a PLE. You had a lot of stuff going on. Unfortunately,
Women's
you had a lot
IC
of
belt.
yeah. You made it appointment TV. You've had shows that had Punk versus Seth Rollins, which was a banger in the steel cage, and you don't get that very often. So now I think say what you want about it. I think it was a smart move at the end of the day to have Gunther win it on Raw because now you have to watch Raw. You have to watch Raw the next night because you just missed something. Now you can
Right.
go to Justin's point. You can go back and watch it on Wednesday, but that's a view, right? You know what I mean? So
Yep. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I just think they're all in over their heads to a degree, and I think everybody was excited at first for this. Oh, this is going to be great. Then Endeavor and everybody else is like, "Oh, this is a lot. What do we do?" And they're not
but
going to listen to Hunter.
what I'm hearing though is like you still get a lot of people overseas that they weren't getting watching
Correct.
Netflix, and that's
Absolutely.
big for them. That's
Huge,
big for
is
them.
right. But they get it. They get to watch it on a delay too. They don't get it the same time we do.
But
Whoop!
Okay,
He might have hit a button.
but
We'll wait for him to come back.
yes, we can confirm that they watch it on a delay because we know
We
people
know.
in Germany that
We
can't
know
watch it
someone that
till
can't watch
Wednesday.
it till Wednesday, right? What button did you hit?
no, I think Justin kicked me out. I told you I was being nice.
I ain't touched nothing.
We both looked at
My
what
hands
happened.
sit right here. That happened to me earlier before we started the stream.
He got
So
booted, so I'm the next one. So, if I'm booted, I ain't coming back. Third time's a charm. So, all right, let's get into Raw real
I
quick.
changed
hold on,
about
hold
my
on.
name for Justin.
We missed something big in Money in the Bank. It was during the men's ladder match.
That was huge. That was huge.
Jacob
He finally
Fatu,
turned.
his face.
He's finally a face.
I apologize. I did forget about that.
That was huge.
That was
I think
enormous.
I was while I was waiting for like Roman to come out or something like that, to have Jacob say "I hate you" and to just go completely ballistic on him was great. But you know what? I gotta gripe a little bit. I wanted LA Knight to win, and I feel like they are making Solo unserious, and it's really frustrating me because he came in as the enforcer, and now he's like jokey joke.
He's a chump.
I think losing Jacob now is going to force him to.
I hope so.
I think that's why, like, you can't have him be the enforcer and have Jacob behind him.
Right.
Jacob overshadowed him within the first 5 minutes of being in the company.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and with reason, like he is phenomenal in the ring. His work is great. And when they let him talk, when they unleashed him, it's like, whoa, you got something with this guy. Like you knew you had something, but now you got something. And he's a humble dude. He's a really good dude outside of the ring, but in when he gets in the arena, he is must see. Like you gravitate to that guy, and I'm here for it. I think the fans are going to embrace him. I hope it's not a flash in the pan kind of thing. Like you get tired of him. I think they got to book him really smart now. Like I think the next match after Solo, after you go through that, the next feud he has to hit, and you got to keep that momentum going, right? You got to keep it going. But I'm here for it. I love it. I think he's gonna move some merch. He's gonna put butts in seats, and he's gonna put some banger matches together.
They need to get him and Braun Breaker on the same show.
Oh,
that has to happen.
Oh, God, can you imagine?
I mean, they teased it at Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't let them get their hands on each other. So
no, But can you imagine those two in the ring? Like,
oh my god,
pause. Those two will headline a WrestleMania. They will headline a WrestleMania. I'm not worried about it. So I think of you keep it under like boiling under the surface, and then you just have those two meet at some point where it's just inevitable. I can't wait for it. But I mean, there's a lot of possibilities with Jacob Fatu that you can work on. You know, I wish Drew didn't get banged up, and he would be good. He would be a good feud for Jacob to go after,
yes,
right?
Would.
That would be
Priest
really
might
good.
be an okay one too right now.
I think respect face versus face. I think it could work. I really think they need to be careful with Damien because he's going to get lost in the shuffle really fast.
Yeah,
And I feel like his character isn't waning, but it's like, what do we do with him? Who do we put him in a feud with? There's nobody left. Who do you seriously? Who do you put him in a feud with? Who do you put Damien in a feud with right this minute?
Right now, I don't know.
Nobody. There's nobody
He's
other than JC. I really don't know.
Yeah, he's in purgatory right now. Basically, we don't know what he's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it.
Shame because he was hot when they pulled the belt off him.
That's what happens when you focus.
And
all
they
your
missed
energy
the
on some guy.
opportunity with him and Finn. Like, I know they still did it, but they missed the opportunity with the belt because you teased it the entire summer before when Priest had the fucking briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, when you got 3 of your top guys right now, in my opinion, tied up in one faction with Rollins, Breaker, and
Bronson Reed.
Tsunami Boy. I call him Tsunami Man, but the 3 of them, they're tied up. Like,
yeah. And now they're on different shows, so there's nothing
weird.
Hey, you got 2 guys that you really don't have a clear plan, a path for now with LA Knight and Damian Priest. You have nothing for them to do.
And you can't put them in a feud together.
Yeah, you can't put them in a tag team together because that tag team division is ridiculous. So you don't even want to touch that. So what do you do? What do you do? Like, you got a Raw guy moving to SmackDown for a week or two to feud with Cena, so that's out of the question. You really have nothing for them to do.
Well, it's crazy. It's the analogy of the Polish painter. He painted himself into a corner.
The Judgment Day killed him.
Yeah.
They carried that feud on way too long.
With him and Rhea as the Terror Twins, like they split them up too soon. Like
too soon.
Just too much. They're just pulling the trigger way too soon on a lot of stuff, and I just don't know what they're going to do with the poor guy because he really started coming into his own.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, they figure something out fast. Who knows?
They have to because you think about the Terror Twins. You still have Mommy. Mommy can do whatever you want. You could put her in a feud right back with Io Sky. That's fine. You could put her in a feud with Roxanne. That'd be fine. You can do whatever you want with her, and it will cook because she is the most over female star in professional wrestling. Period. But now it's like, what do you do with everybody else? Like, there's a lot of guys in that purgatory right now on Raw and SmackDown that are in that purgatory. Like, you don't know what to do with them. Like what do you do? Like, you can do stuff with like Penta because you can put him against Dom, or you know what I mean. You have him chase the IC belt. You know, Penta is amazing, but like there's other guys like okay, what do we do with him? I don't really know. All right.
Finn Balor's one of them.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like what he's doing in the Judgment Day, but like, what are we doing with him?
They keep teasing the demon Finn too.
Yeah, he was in the background on Raw again the other night. Saw the face on the top of the locker there.
Wait.
They need to keep that though. And stop with the special appearance stuff and just let him be the demon.
Yeah. But cook with it.
Crazy. Yes, there's a crazy entrance. Fantastic.
And give him Roxy too. And let her feed into that.
Yeah, man. I'm here for it. Because I'm done with Liv, like, you know, teasing the Liv and Finn beef. Just get it over with. You know what I mean?
done.
Get it over with.
Be done.
I still
mean,
think
she's
it'd be
busy
funny
now,
if that became turned around and came full circle, where it's actually her and Finn are working together to split up Judgment Day, because at one point it was her, Finn, and AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That'd be fun. I mean, but there's a lot to do. And one thing I gotta ask you, Justin, was that IC match at Money in the Bank a waste of time?
No.
You don't think so? I didn't like the
match. The Dom one?
The IC title.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. But it was a popcorn match. It was a filler. It was a time killer.
That match could have had a lot of potential, and I felt like it went nowhere fast.
The fact that it was booked that day, like you knew Dom was going to go over. It didn't matter who they put in it.
Sure. Yeah, I just felt like it. Like if all the matches to fill in, it had to be that one. But
I mean, at least Dom showed people how to do the 619 the right way and not break somebody's nose.
Yeah, that part. I've been telling AB, we said it. I like Zelina. It ain't hitting, man. Nope. Time to move on. Time to move on. Even though she did a video with my wife the other day or yesterday that made it to socials, you know what I mean? I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Oh, you didn't see that? Rhea and Zelina did a workout video for.
I thought you meant like your actual wife. Never mind.
Sorry, she's sleeping. No, but no, seriously, it's not connecting. It's not working. You don't get a reaction, good or bad.
Because you got too many good female wrestlers in the division right now. They're just overshadowing her.
Yeah,
it's really what it is.
Julia, please save us.
See, I'm not a big fan of hers,
but she works.
I know. I don't know. I think her style's a little sloppy.
Okay, that's fair. But anything but Zelina. I think she deserved the win. I'm happy she got it, but it's just not working. It's not working. If you could take it off of Jey Uso, who is white hot, I think you could take it off somebody who's like not doing anything.
Well, I think the reason they took that belt off of Jey Uso is I'm hearing rumblings they're going to put him back with his brother and try to rejuvenate that tag team division.
Mistake. I hope they don't do that.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I think that's what they're trying to do.
Which means you're going to relive 2015, 2016, 2017, New Day.
Yeah, why?
The old day.
Because they're rehashing everything. Aaron said it earlier. This Seth Rollins thing feels like the Authority.
Rinse and repeat.
It's really what it is.
It's totally the Authority without the Authority, but I think it can work with him because I think he's more Evolution than the Authority.
He's more of a power hungry SOB. That's the point. Yeah. That's what they're portraying him as. But I think that's just they're planting the seeds for the implosion already with him and Breaker. So it's gonna happen at some point.
Yeah, at some point it will happen. But I think that they're creating a really good faction of, Seth's the established guy. He's like the Triple H of Evolution. Braun is like the Batista, or what maybe Bronson's the Batista and Braun's the Randy Orton. And Heyman's the Ric Flair. You know what I mean? So I think that's probably how they're positioning it. But
Heyman's like three Ric Flairs because he's
yeah, he is.
And we all know Heyman's there for Breaker. That's why he went to Raw. No, he became the backstage guy for Breaker
automatically.
Like this faction is being built to push Braun Breaker.
Absolutely. Bronson was just a guy to add in that might be able to take off, but you know what I mean. Like
he was taken off.
Yeah, until that injury at Survivor Series was crazy, but no, Breaker is the one. He's the guy. And it's crazy because the crowd loves him. They actually like Seth Rollins, but they're trying to get heel heat on these guys. And I don't know if it's really connecting as much. It slowly is, but, Seth's entrance is so over. It's hard to get a heel pop out of him unless he does something bad.
Yep.
Yep. It's going to be a tough one. The only one who can get heel heat right now, and that is Heyman and Bronson Reed.
That's it.
Because Reed was a heel when he got hurt.
Yeah. And
everybody hates Heyman for turning on fucking Reigns and Punk.
It'll take Braun, taking out Jey Uso or something for him to get the heel heat. And still, I don't know if that would completely work. I'm not sure. He'd probably have to take, I don't know who he'd have to take out to get the heel heat. Maybe Roman Reigns and he comes back. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing. But I got to ask you guys, though, the match of the year. What was it? You know what it was. Did you watch Worlds Collide?
No.
Chad Gable. And
he put on a show.
What a match. You have to watch that match.
I watched some of the highlights. He did work.
It was amazing. Vinco, I hadn't really watched him work. I hadn't watched any of these guys work. So you guys were telling, or I think Coach was telling about Mr. Iguana. Okay, I could get with that guy. He's really good. And, I thought the Stephanie Vaquera Lola match was a little sloppy. But that main event match, I was watching it down here with my wife and with my daughter, and they were like, oh, my God. And I was like, yeah, this is the match of the year. This is amazing. They worked. I'm
going to have to watch it.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch that one. Chris was watching. We were sitting on the porch, and I was actually ordering dinner, and Chris was like, oh, my God. And, Chris, how he says it, and he was watching, and I was listening. So I did catch some of the highlights, but I'm going to have to go back and watch the whole match, too. So
yeah, it was a good pace. Like, it started off in Gable's pace, and then it got to a more lucha-style pace, and the spots that they did were just no mistakes. Perfect.
That's awesome.
No mistakes. So,
awesome.
And it was really good. It some really good spots too. So,
is it enough to get Gable a push?
I absolutely would. I don't know how you can't. How do you not at least put him in a conversation for the IC strap?
You gotta stop with this El Grande Americano bullshit.
First of all, El Grande Americano.
There we go.
And Chad Gable are
not the same person.
Different pieces. Okay,
they were wearing different color elbow pads. Come on now.
They're not the same person.
And he loaned him his boots, according to McAfee. He loaned him his boots because he lost them at the airport. Like, oh my God.
McAfee won't lie to you.
It's just a coincidence that he had that thing on his elbow. Anybody could have that kind of injury. I mean, seriously. So no, I love the kid because my daughter is like, it's Chad Gable is an El Grande America. I'm like, clearly it is not. It clearly is two different. Why would WWE pay two different salaries for the same person? That makes no sense.
Justin, it looks like you're drinking a urine sample.
It's okay.
All right, so we're at an hour. Let's do this because we'll be here for 3 more talking about Raw. You guys have you both watched Raw?
Yes.
Okay, so Justin, we'll start with you. What was your highlight overall this week?
Put some respect on my name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm shocked
that's going to be something huge.
Yeah. Yep. That was amazing.
I thought it was a good promo. Really good promo.
No doubt.
It hit all the beats. It was but it came out of nowhere. You didn't expect that promo to come at that time, and when it did, you were, as a fan watching from home, I was hanging on every word, and that's what you want. And I think it was perfect. I thought it was a really good spot. So I'm here for it.
For me, I like the beginning. Seeing it drop in the Easter eggs. You guys rely on the voice of the voiceless. I'm like, Punk's coming out, and bang. With you guys though, I don't like that this is a Stone Cold Brock Lesnar situation. There needs to be more of a build for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is why Stone Cold said, this is your money match. I'm not doing the favors for this guy in this environment. He had no problems doing it, but there's a lot of money to be made with these two guys. So you should have done something more. But like we were talking about earlier, this might lead to a triple threat with Cena, Punk, and Logan at SummerSlam. So we'll have to see how that folds out. But that was my
Who knows?
favorites.
Maybe this is what the Saudi kingdom paid for. This is what they wanted. This is what they get. We all know that.
True.
And I wonder how Punk is going to react, or what he's going to say, because he is the guy that did not want to take that blood money, to quote him. And now here he goes. He's going overseas. So do you work that into the storyline and say, if I have to do the devil's deed to take the belt away from Cena, I'll do it. That's the only way you can justify it.
I mean, and Cena leaned into that too.
Oh, absolutely. Without leaning into it. Like he did, but he didn't. I think now you need.
But he literally leaned into it.
Yeah.
You want a match for this? You're gonna have to follow me to Saudi.
Yeah. So we'll see how it works.
All right. Well, we got something to look forward to with that PLE. Barry, you missed the beginning, so I'm going to put this out there now for you. Spread the word. You're going to start seeing a couple of reels from us coming up in the next couple of days. Justin and I are going to be at Fanatics Festival in New York City. Unfortunately, due some professional obligations, we are leaving, not going to be there on Sunday. So that leads to a problem because we have 2 autograph sessions up for grabs with Damian Priest and one with Kevin Owens that we're going to be giving away. All someone has to do is find us at Fanatics Festival and say, hey, I want to meet so-and-so, or I want to meet so-and-so. That's all you got to do. So you're going to see some reels. We're going to tag Fanatics Fest. So we're going to have a scavenger hunt. You got to find one of our ugly mugs. We'll each have one of these tickets on us. You have to guess which one. And if you're right, here you go. Done. And we will even donate a Topps Chrome collector's card for you to have signed when you see them. So pay attention to the reels. We're going to be there. Justin and I get to meet Justin's favorite baseball player of all time. He's going to meet Doc Gooden. I'm going to get a photograph and an autograph with Alexa Bliss. I can't wait. I hope I don't need extra security. So we will see this. You guys will start seeing some reels from us. We'll be tagging the executives. June will also be tagging Fanatics NYC so we can get some exposure and get some people to find us running around this place on Saturday. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I'm upset we have to leave, but unfortunately things happen. This is what we do. So we might as well pay it forward and give somebody an opportunity to meet these guys. So that's what we're going to do. So guys, thanks. Justin, anything else?
No, sir. I'm
Barry?
good.
You didn't ask me what I liked about the show, man. You didn't ask me at all.
I see Mr. Ripley right there. What did you like about Raw, Mr. Ripley?
I thought it was one of their better shows since they've been on Netflix, top to bottom. I gotta admit, when Bailey came back, we knew that was coming, but I thought that was really awesome. How could you forget? I know you didn't. But I thought that was awesome. I thought obviously R-Truth, when he cut the hair, that was great. I like what they're planting with Liv versus Nikki. I think that can work at Evolution. I think Liv, she's amazing. But honestly, I think the swerve of the night, giving the belt to Gunther, I think kind of sealed off a really good show. I didn't agree with this decision. I didn't want Jay to drop the belt, but I think this only builds Jay up. And I think watching his promo, I don't know if you guys caught it after the show.
Afterwards.
Yes.
Yep.
And seeing the kids, their faces, a lot of them are upset. I think they're going to give him the strap again. He deserves it. He just deserves it. And you can't say it enough. So I think Gunther, I hope this run is better than the first one. The first one was underwhelming, to be honest with you. So I hope they do a good job in booking him in some strong matches and getting him back to that status of being an undeniable champion. But I think top to bottom was a great show. I really did. And I didn't have to see Logan Paul. So that makes me
happy. That's a win all day long.
That's a win all the way around.
Absolutely
right?
is.
Yeah. Jay only had the belt for 51 days.
Yeah, 51 days. She knows.
Tell her to come on and say hi. She can come on. Come here.
Say hi to Justin and Aaron.
Hi, Justin and Aaron.
There she is. What's up, girly? How are you?
What's going on?
All right. So tell us, what was your favorite part of Money in the Bank? You're on live. You're on live right now.
So don't think when I say it.
I think it was Liv and Nikki Bella because Nikki.
No, not Raw. On Money in the Bank.
Oh,
You like the women's Money in the Bank match, right?
Yeah, I like that match.
Yeah, you did. Why? Because of Mommy?
No, because of Stephanie Valkyrie. He taught me a good lesson, and I'm learning from it.
See, La Primera.
All right, so tell us.
Earlier today, I was playing 2K24. He told me, "Why aren't you Rhea Ripley?" And I said, "Because he taught me a good lesson with Stephanie."
You got a good daddy.
I got a good daughter. I gotta tell you, she's on the ball.
She seems like a good kid. All right, so tell us. You already started. Tell us the favorite part of Monday Night Raw.
It was probably Nikki Bella, like, going around saying hi, and then when Liv came out with the shocking, like, of course she would have came out because she wants her way.
She's jealous, right?
Yeah.
She's jealous.
With the new
She's
Judgment
got nothing
Day,
to be jealous of.
not going on.
Unbelievable. So yeah, she liked that. You liked that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the part where
She didn't like when Roxanne won the Queen of the Ring qualifier.
Actually, kind of I like that.
Oh, you did? All right. See, you told me you didn't like it at first. I told you she didn't like it at first because I told her Roxanne was going to win the match, and she didn't believe me. I said she's going to win the match. She's like, "How do you know?" I was like, "I should be a booker."
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. I call her all the time.
Like,
So who do we think the mystery man's going to be in next week's men's match?
Roman.
Oh,
Who?
that's a good question. So is that on Raw or SmackDown?
Raw.
On Raw. Who's going to be the mystery man in the King of the Ring? Do you think?
So who's so far in it?
I don't know. Who's in it so far, Justin?
Isn't it Sheamus?
Let me pull it up.
Rusev?
Rusev.
You think it's going to be?
No, I think it's gonna be
Could be R-Truth.
No, I think it's gonna be that guy from oh, what's his name? Otis.
Oh, Joe Hendry?
No, Otis.
Otis?
Otis
Okay.
from the crew.
Right now,
Otis.
it's Sheamus, Rusev, Bronson Reed, and a mystery opponent.
I mean, that's a lot of beef. You get Otis in that match. You know what I mean? That's a lot of beef. I wouldn't. Didn't he win a Money in the Bank? He won a Money Otis, right?
He did. And they wasted that. Yeah.
Wasted it. So I don't know. Maybe they could do that.
You think Roman, Aaron?
I think it's gonna be Roman.
Yeah, I was about to say Roman.
You really think it would be Roman?
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, I think it could be Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
How else are
I
you gonna
mean,
get
Aaron
Roman
showed
on
up
the King of the into the PLE in Saudi? You know he's got to be there. It's one of their top draws.
Does he need a King in the Ring though?
Doesn't mean he's got to
He
win
is
it,
our king.
Okay.
but he's going to be in the finals.
Do you think he's gonna put somebody over?
I think
Him
he
and
would.
Sammy?
Maybe he does put Sammy over because the bracket right now. Hold on, I'm trying to pull this bracket up.
Sammy
Why
won.
is there a women's mystery?
Sammy won his match. You got Orton
I
Knight.
wasn't impressed with that. I don't like
Nope.
that. I didn't like
You got Orton Knight, Aleister Black, and Carmelo Hayes, and then Rhodes, Priest, Andrade, and Nakamura. So
Why
there's
is
not
Rhodes in that match?
Cody?
Why?
again.
Like you're
Maybe.
putting people in that you know are going to lose. You might like a one-on-one match.
But here's the thing: the winner of these matches gets a title match at SummerSlam.
Oh, that's true.
I might go to SummerSlam.
Same here.
I don't know. Roman probably.
What about McIntyre?
He's hurt. He's injured right now.
No, I think since he said
how-
maybe Damian
How
Priest.
injured?
And she just brought up my next point. Maybe it's Damien.
Maybe it's Damien.
Maybe it could be.
Because there's a lot of like you said,
Knight's in there, right?
Knight is in with Orton, Aleister Black, and Carmelo Hayes. You got Sheamus, Rusev, and Bronson Reed right now. And you said there's a lot of beef. Put Priest in there. Let him have a banger. But I still think they put Bronson Reed over. No. Breaker's not even in the bracket. Oh, actually, he is. Breaker lost. Sami Zayn won that match.
Yeah, okay.
I think they put Bronson Reed over.
I swear to God, if it's Goldberg, I'm going to lose my crap.
Who's
Better
Goldberg?
not be.
Oh my God!
It's a good way to get him his title match at SummerSlam.
Please don't do it. If it's Goldberg and then they put them against Gunther, I'm going to lose it.
You're right.
I'm going to lose it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? I just depressed myself. As long as it's not Logan Paul, though.
Yeah, maybe he is.
No.
He'd get squashed.
Yeah, I need him to get squashed immediately.
What's up,
Oh,
buddy?
God.
My kitty is
Too.
The
being
little
very
orphan
lovely
Annie.
right now. Little Anakin. He's been watching you guys on the screen. He's been sitting next to me.
Look at that. I love it.
That's Anakin. He's
Yeah,
a baby. So,
All right.
all right.
Well, we'll see.
Well, Barry, once again, thanks for hanging with us. Don't have to run
Thanks
away
for
when we're
hopping in
done.
with us.
yeah, I finally got
that
on. I
name
promised
is-
you guys I would come in, and here I am. So
Yeah,
we
we've
got
been
2
after you for a
1.
while. So we got 2 for 1. And she's welcome to join us anytime she likes. So
Yay!
Yep.
Thank you, AB.
Thank you.
you're welcome, honey. Anytime you want to come hang out with us, you're more than welcome to do
I can't
so.
believe
So
you changed my name. Who did that?
we have the
Thank you. Thank
we
you.
have the ability.
Get out. All right, you're done. Get out.
All right, folks,
All right,
everybody,
guys.
thanks for watching. Like I said, keep an eye on the reels we're gonna be posting. Fanatics Fest NYC, we're gonna be there. So we will talk.
I got
to
a match to go
everybody.
watch now. Later.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.